Note from G-Man, this reply illustrates that there are a number of things that Peter is not yet aware of, and or that he has received far too much incorrect background information for him to base his thinking. For example, what the community considers to be a project. I believe this to be our fault for not making him more aware of the facts back when it was first learned that others were passing him incorrect info. Let's think about the best way or ways to fix that instead of continuing to try to convince those who have been sending him incorrect info, regardless of their intentions or awareness that the info was wrong. In other words, please focus only on solutions here. Smiley face. Reply from Peter, arrived February 25th. Hyman is all I have time for right now. Thanks. Specifics. 2.1 An up-to-date list of currently undergoing projects should be clearly visible on the main website, along with information on how they work and how to get involved with them. Most are, though many projects are not implemented yet as well. The major projects constitute dedicated websites. We simply are not there yet. New organizational system will emerge. 2.2 A clear and concise protocol for moderation needs to be properly developed, with significant community input, and to guide the moderation to a more teacher-oriented approach in revision now. New rules will be obvious and protocols transparent for very own. It will take another week or so. Mobs can be teachers, but most, hopefully, should simply guide the content and objectively maintain the rules. This is always hard and is an ongoing development given the nature of conflicting personalities. All mob must agree to our agreed upon rules/protocol, of course. 2.3 Patience and understanding are needed. Of course. This is an ongoing process and we are working to create stability through new constructs. E-level mob team. Muting prevents posting, while still allowing users to read. As a result, most banning by moderators/admins is rendered obsolete. We have dedicated trolls/spammers working to harass and bother. If you were in a room with a person who has the intent and conditioning to be deliberately uncooperative and hence dedicated to causing trouble and confusion, you would be diligent to remove the person initially from the room, as they would be hurting everyone else otherwise. This is the sad reality of the current world. Banning is the only option in severe cases. I can give 100 examples of trolls where talking to them or the like would be non-productive and a waste of time. It has to do with their intent. Muting can be a decent method for moderate problems, however, I agree. Yet, muting assumes that the person will be allowed back to post at some point. This isn't always the case. 2.4 While the centralized platform for broadcasting and sharing information has its value, limiting ourselves to one solution is recognized as non-constructive and restrictive. Solutions are gauged by effect, ease and efficiency. It is really self-regulating. Reason reflects that we need info in one place to be consistent/simple. However, so less is more in this regard. We will always be shifting most likely, as new mediums/advances become available. 2.5 The current practice of individuals and small groups imposing their decisions on the community as a whole, claiming to represent a consensus without ever having gone through a transparent process of decision-making, deprives us both of optimized solutions and active support of our members. In order for us to make any significant progress, we all need to work together towards necessary solutions, instead of being told what is, or what is not, permissible. We have done a good deal of interaction with people to gauge feedback about direction and will continue to improve methods for this interaction. If your idea is to set up a voting system which emails all members to decide every time a person gets banned, or every time we change the color of the site, or every time we alter a rule, I can assure you that such a practice will be counterproductive. I have grown extremely tired of the argument that decisions are made by Peter/admins and no one else. Rather than say Peter decides, why don't people actually listen to why the decision is what it is? For example, we have Mumble and TeamSpeak. There is an argument that, since one is open source and the other is not, we should focus on the open source. Great. But guess what? Mumble has problems which TeamSpeak does not. I'm not going to go into details. If I was to evaluate a machine to be used for a purpose, I would look at its functionality and versatility. This is critical to global access of such a medium. Mumble doesn't meet this code. As far as it being open source, the question thus becomes, do we use a software which is less capable but fits a better philosophy, or do we use a software to meet our needs, even if it is not open source? The answer could only be based on capability, if our focus is action and not philosophy. This brings into question the focus on the movement. At this stage, being dogmatically open source is not going to help. Believe me, I wish it could. Another issue, universal banning. Some argue that banning can occur in one medium but should not pertain to the other. This is so grossly illogical, I don't know what to say. If a person goes into the science and tech category of the forum and posts STEM, should we just ban him from the S&T category and leave him/her to STEM in the other cats? Or how about, where the person chooses to STEM, such as the thread, should we just ban them from that single thread? The ZM website, and other created by us, is a single structure. It can only be treated as such. When all is said and done, the movement isn't even remotely operational. The nitpicking and ego projection I see coming from various cross-groups are taking issue with such trivial aspects that I am nothing but disheartened and bored. The focus of the movement is not the forum, the chats, or anything of the like. It is not the website. This movement exists in the chapters and teams which are in their infancy of organization. It is based synchronized understanding which each chapter/team/group initiates on its own, ideally. Once created, it will become a network of shared information and tactics. An international board will be created and direct team action implemented. Also, the teams/process we are using now will eventually be entirely obsolete as we move into the next progressive phase. Peter,